What's up, YouTube? This is Michael with a new video, and this video is gonna be on things you might not think about before moving out. So, some of the things are gonna be like what's close to you, like if you don't have no transportation or whatever like that, you gotta see where, like, if anything's walking distance that you need, like a grocery store. So you need a grocery store next to you, your job, unless you're gonna Uber to your job, and then you're gonna have to factor that in, because Ubers get expensive and Lyfts and shit. But and then if you do have a car, you don't gotta worry about that one, but you do still gotta worry about what's close to you, because like you do want a grocery store. No, like you don't want a grocery store too far from you, and then you gotta go out your way, and then you want to make sure your job is not too like out the way. Like it can be if you're willing to drive all the time. Like if you work a lot and then you're willing to drive over and over, but it's not convenient, especially if you like wake up late or something like that. And then the second thing would be like an apartment. If you move into an apartment, not a house, what what floor you would be on, because what I've heard is the bottom floors of apartments or whatever, more likely to get robbed, and then like you have people stepping on top of you. So I don't gotta, like me, I'm on my apartment building that I'm in right now. It's the third floor is the highest it goes, and I'm on the third floor. I don't hear no one. The only time I hear anyone is if they're like outside mostly in the morning. Like people be outside like walking their dogs and shit. I have this one lady, she just screams at her dog all the time. I hear her, but like I'm a hard sleeper, so I rarely don't hear her unless I'm up till like 6, 7 in the morning, which I'm a lot of time I do hear her because I'm up. But and then where did I put my phone? Oh, and then another thing would be like if you move out, I'd say a good time to move out would be like, it depends on your situation, of course, which I'll go into later, but I'd say like 18, 19, like you can really move out straight out of high school. It just depends like how much you're making. Like that was what I wanted to do. I wanted to move out straight out of high school, but my parents were like helping me with school and shit when they're forcing me to go to school anyways. So I was like, fuck it, let me just stay here. But I would say like if you're making enough to move out, you can move out. Like just move out if you really need to. If not, you could save a lot of money staying at home, stacking your bread towards what you want to do. Like say if you do want to go the college route, stay at home and try not like save enough, well not save enough, but try to pay off at least all your student loans before you do leave the house, because you don't want debts moving out. Like you don't want to have extra things you have to pay on. You gotta have like looking over your shoulder when you move out. And then say when like I'll go into that. No, I'll go into that later. But then another thing is a lot of people forget about utilities. Like they'll be like, all right, this apartment's $1,300 a month, and they're making what's a half, like 15. Say they're making 1,500 a month, or six. Let's say they're making 1,600 a month, and they fucking what's it called? And they just like, okay, I can afford 1,300 of rent, and they don't realize that they have utilities depending on if your apartment covers it. That's why it's good to look if your apartment covers your utilities or not. Like I only have to pay electric, so it's not too bad. But if you have to pay like a whole bunch of other stuff, they don't. A lot of people don't think about Wi-Fi and all. They don't. People don't realize that that's an expense when they live with their parents and shit. Some people do. I did, but some I really know people like that. They just didn't know that those were expenses that you have to pay. And then, yeah, so like, if I don't know, you should make sure like I'm not making no edits in this video. Honestly, I don't want to edit this video, so it's gonna be kind of, it might be long. While I'm trying to go through shit fast, honestly, but you really want to make sure you gotta think about pretty much all your like your utilities, rent, when you're moving out, for like how much you should be making if you want to find where you want to live, like good area. You don't want a place with bad or like crime and shit like that. Find a place in a good area. Make sure that you know how much that area is, the price ranges, and get some ideas. Like look at apartments, get the ideas of how much it's gonna cost for where you want to be at. Make sure you're making that. Plus, I'd say utilities. Like before you move, this is what I was doing before I moved out. I'd be like, all right, when I did like budgeting, make sure I'm making enough. I would be like, okay, let's say 300 utilities, because you don't know if your apartment's gonna cover utilities or not. It might. Like you can look on websites and shit, but like you really don't know which one you're gonna pick, because like you could have like one in mind, but you go in person to look at it and it's gonna be ass. So you might not go with that one. And so I would say just pay like, I think like 300 is like a regular, like that's on the expense side. So like you always budget more expensive. So like, because you could always invest extra money. It's nothing wrong with making extra money. So like, I'd say like say you just budget for utilities to be like around $300, I guess, and then what else? I would say, so you're then add up all your little bills that you have now, like your phone bill, if you pay that. If not, figure out if your parents are gonna still pay for your shit, and or if start looking at your like moving on to your own plan too, because you don't want your parents paying for it. If your parents do pay for it, cool, but like yeah, you don't want to get just dropped out nowhere, and then you got another bill that you got to worry about, and then so do your research on that, like how much all that shit costs. Add up everything you have, like all your subscriptions, gym membership, all that shit. If you have a car, add up your car note, car insurance if you have a car note, and then how much you spend on average on gas every month. And then if you think your commute's gonna be way more, like when you move into your apartment, probably up the price a little bit for that, like your budget for gas a little bit up. And then make sure you're making like a comfortable amount that you're over that, like add up all that, and then make sure you're making a comfortable amount over that you're willing to save. Like put in some, because if you don't save money, you're literally just sitting in the same spot for like over and over. Unless like say like me, at least when I got kicked out, I didn't have a job, nothing. So like I would say like, and I was making, like when I first started working, pretty much I was making exactly like my rent pretty much like the whole month. So the only way to get out of that is making more money, because like you're just like there's no money you can save to put towards something else, to do something to make more money. You can't put your money to work pretty much. It's just going to bills. So you want money to do what you want to do. Like say if you do live on your own and you're going to school and stuff, you want your money, like you want money to put on the side after your bills to pay for your school, and what's it called, to make sure you don't go into debt, and money to live life actually. Like not everything's not serious, so you want to have fun here and there, but if you want a business, start saving your money for that, but don't save too much, because like over saving is not doing nothing for you. Put your money somewhere and make you some more money. And then credit. You want to make sure your credit's good. That might be the only thing, like when you're 18, that might be hard to get an apartment. It shouldn't be that hard, honestly. It shouldn't. They should. I don't know. if you get a credit card right at 18, or you can get your parents to make you like help you get a credit card before 18, and just like don't fuck up your credit pretty much, or just have your parents in charge of it. If you trust your parents like that, like if your parents are broke, pretty much don't let them mess with your credit at all. But if you have like parents that seem like they're good with their finances and shit, you can ask them to open your credit card for you, or whatever age you are. I don't know what the age is. I think it's like 13 or something like that, or 16. You can start your credit with your parents' approval and shit, and you should do that. It'll teach you a little bit of like how to actually pay bills and shit, but don't spend too much on it. Get like a low limit. Just have, because the only thing that really matters with credit is how long you have it for. You don't want to spend on it. Like you could spend like buy some like a pack of bubble gum once a month and pay it off at the end of the month and be good. Do that for a year or two. After like a year, like after not even a year, like after you get your first credit report back, I'm pretty sure your numbers, like if you didn't never had nothing bad, like you pay your everything on time and shit, your credit should be decent enough for you to get an apartment at that point. Because I don't think most apartments don't look at like the age, like cars, like when you get a car and shit like that. They don't really look at that. They look for a certain number. That's how my apartment did. They just looked for a certain number. Like it had to be at this number or you wouldn't get approved. But I know when you get cars, your credit's gonna come in handy when you get a car too, cause like, but cars are more different because like, and say in a house, like you gotta have numbers that are high, but then the high numbers don't even matter either, because I remember one time I was looking for a car. I had like a 720 credit score. They said like they're like nah you can't get approved because your credit was, that was when I was like probably I think I was 18 or 19 at the time, and like so my credit was like probably a little over a year old, and it was like they're like it's not, you haven't had an account open for long enough, and they pretty much want to see you have like no bad history on a long period of time. And then the cars that I was trying to get, with cars, you gotta get what's it called? You gotta pretty much work your way up, kinda, depending, like, pretty much gotta work your way up. And then, especially with first time buyers, you gotta put a big down payment on there. But I'm not talking about that today. And then, last thing is if you move out, depending on how your parents' place is or wherever you stay right now, like, only reason you should be moving out really is like if they're stopping you from, like your parents or family or whoever you're staying with is pretty much hindering you from doing what you want to do in life. Because you should literally just put yourself first all the time. Like even if you have a girl or a nigga or whatever, like you should still put yourself first for real. Because like you put yourself first, but then like for you, once you're up there, like once you actually have some money and shit and doing good, like you start worrying about other people, but you gotta worry about yourself first. Cause you're never gonna get ahead in life if you don't put yourself first. And so, yeah, my last thing was just pretty much just like you're able to lock in more if you're, and you don't want to be in a bad environment. If you're anywhere like bad environment, just get out of there. Even if like you can barely afford it, everything will work out. Just pray. Honestly, everything will work out. But hey, you're able to lock in way more. And then that's everything. Thanks for watching the video. My name's Michael. Please, I might put my Instagram in the description and my Twitch. Please follow me on both of them and like and subscribe to the video if you want to see more content, which I don't know how much videos I'm gonna be doing, but I know I have like one video coming out later today, and then I have another video coming out I think tomorrow, and then I might drop this one the next day maybe, but I don't know how many more I'm gonna be doing, because I don't know. I'm about to get very busy once I get my second job. That's how I was like, I'm gonna do some videos before I get my second job, because I'm probably not gonna be doing videos as much even though I haven't been doing videos because I was getting adjusted to my first job. But yeah, thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and follow my Instagram and Twitch. Thanks for watching.